One of the things that I have gotten really, really good at is getting ChatGPT to help me make money and help me not only make money, but also save time and increase my productivity. There's so many things that artificial intelligence can do now that if I would have dreamt it up 5 years ago, I would never imagine that I'd be here today. It is that powerful. A couple of years ago, I'm going to share my screen here in just a second. A couple of years ago, I did a challenge where I gave ChatGPT $200 and I said, build me a business. And it did. And we actually were profitable. We had investors. I'm going to show you a video series that I did, or one of the videos that I did on Instagram when I was going through this process. Super fascinating and eye-opening as to what kind of potential there is for not only building businesses, but also for this type of content. I'm going to explain what I mean by that here in just a minute. One of the things, though, that I really want to emphasize with you guys is that if you're stuck not understanding which direction that you should take in life, or having a hard time figuring out what business model you should chase or build, artificial intelligence can do it all. And you're going to find out here in just a minute. I built an entire business model for what I believe is one of the most underserved but in massive demand business models right this second. That's building custom GPTs. And I've talked to a number of people that are doing really well in the artificial intelligence space, and they're all saying the same thing. Anybody who starts an agency or a side hustle building custom GPTs for people is going to be insanely rich in 2025. So here's what I did for you. And I'm going to go through the entire breakdown in just a minute. I went to ChatGPT and used my prompting skills to build a business model selling custom GPTs, including marketing, including checklists, including everything. I'm going to drop the link down in the description below so that way you guys can go and have access to all the information that it gave. And in my mind, like, I could take what it gave me and turn it into a business. I'm not going to do that because I have a very profitable business right now, and trying to divert my attention away from that would be a massive mistake for me. But I want you guys to have the benefit of this custom GPT business. And I'm going to show you what ChatGPT I'm going to show you what ChatGPT came up with, but I'm also going to break it down and give you some of my analysis and then also some of my feedback. There's a couple things that I feel like you probably could change this and change that. So with that said, let me show you my video that I made. No, you know what? I'm going to show you the custom GPT first because the video actually has a lot to do with the marketing strategy that that ChatGPT came up with as it was building out this business model. So let's just dive right into the GPT, the prompt, what it came up with, the output. Let's rock and roll. Here we go. All right. Just want to make sure you guys can see. Yeah, you should be able to see everything. All right. So let me back it up to the top. All right. So here's my prompt. Can you please give me a simple business plan for creating custom GPTs for business owners? I want to know what types of people will benefit most, how to market to them, how much to charge, and the best way to train the GPTs. So anybody can type this prompt in. Now, there's a couple times where I had to reprompt a few things because I didn't like the marketing plan. And so I'm kind of like conditioning it, leading it, just to make sure that it's giving me an output that I feel like will work as a business owner who's done multiple seven figures. I want to make sure that you guys have something that could actually work before you go out and try and do this yourself. So I'm going to skip the executive summary. One of the things I hate about business plans is all this like BS that's like executive summary. And I just like, no, just give me the information. What I want to know is, what am I selling? Who am I selling it to? How am I selling it? And how am I delivering it? Those are the four things that you really need to understand when you're building a business. You don't need all of the extra fluff, all the extra stuff. Okay. So ideal clients who will benefit most. This right here, I think, is probably where you have the largest total addressable market and the least amount of friction when convincing these people that they need to buy it. Service providers, agencies, I think as well. Coaches, course creators, and agencies, I think are great. Tech founders and SaaS companies, you'd have to have a little bit more of an education process as to why they would actually need it. Service providers could work for service providers. Small to medium business owners, yes, maybe again, you would have to convince them because a lot of people who are in small to medium sized businesses, I suppose like real estate would be difficult. E-commerce would be probably pretty difficult. But I'm telling you right now, course creators, agencies, and coaching, SaaS, I don't think is like super necessary. These three categories, coaching, course creators, and agencies, those are the prime markets right now. And you could make millions of dollars doing this. Millions. All right, what are you selling? Done for you GPT setup. You're going to do, let's see here. You're going to give them, this is what you're going to provide. You're going to provide a needs assessment, custom GPT creation. This is all done for you guys. Now, agency owners, you ever own an agency? You feel me? It's tough. You're subject to what the audience wants. I'm going to show pricing structure in just a second, but let me go through this. Like anybody's, I spoke to you saying that like someone's telling me, get to the pricing structure. I know what you're thinking, guys. How much money can I make? All right. Needs assessments, custom GPT creation, prompt training. This is what you're delivering. Branded instruction, upload of docs. So you're going to do this. You're going to upload this stuff. Testing and feedback cycle. And optional monthly maintenance. This is where you charge a one-time fee for this, and then you can add a service on the back end if you want to. So one-time setup packages, one GPT, light training, one use cases, pro, multifunction, internal. I would say like with these types of things, and the reason that they have 3 tiers, and I would always have multiple tiers, is because you want to push them. You want to have a price anchor that's high enough for them to be like, you know what, I don't need that, but I'll take this one. So I always try to price anchor high. Our price anchor in our agency is $15,000 a month for our elite tier. And we have people who pay that. Well, we have people who I'd say who pay close to that. Do we have anybody who pays that? We have people on our elite tier, but we don't have anybody who's actually paying right now. We don't have anybody paying $15K. I think our highest is $14K right this second. But for the most part, we have a price anchor at $15K, and then we have our low end of $7,500, and then we push them into the middle at the $10,500. We make that offer too good to be true. So you have 3 tiers so that we can push them into the middle. I would argue that if this is a one-time setup, I would argue that it's probably you would probably want to spend the premium. You'd probably want more like $12K. Your pro would probably be like $8K, and then your basic I would do like $3,500, and then push them all into $8K. This is very, very low, and this will attract an audience of people who aren't going to want to pay. They're going to give you problems. I would say go for a higher ticket. And I'm going to show you the marketing strategy here in a second to attract those people to you. Ongoing monthly support for updates, optimizations. Yeah, I'd probably be in the $500 range. I don't know if I'd go any less than that. $200 is pretty low. But you could, you stack up 20 of these bad boys, and you're making $10K a month in residuals for just updating, making some quick updates. So I'm a big fan of this. All right, marketing strategy. Here's where we're getting interesting. Instagram, TikTok shorts show demos before after use cases. Yes, I actually had it build out an entire series, marketing strategy series, and it took a few prompts to get it right, but I feel pretty confident in what it output. So I'll show you that here in just a second. LinkedIn DMs. This is where you would really like on an organic side of things, you'd want to talk about these things everywhere. So exactly like what I did. I showed you guys this yesterday in my video. All right, so this was my thing yesterday. I built an insane AI YouTube strategy tool with Custom GPT. I'm literally in shock. The tool created an idea for the video, the script, the title, the thumbnail ideation. I'm literally working my way out of a job. But it's amazing to witness. This video exploded over the weekend on a smaller business channel. If anybody wants access to this tool for your channel, I'm opening it up to a small group in our coaching program soon. Shoot me a DM for more information. And it didn't get a whole lot of likes, but check this out, you guys. Like, yes, please. I want details. Info. These are all leads. This is exactly what I'd be doing. My dog, I don't know if you guys can hear my dog. I'm going to clamp it, dog. This is what I show. This is what I do organic. And then boom, all these leads. Now, not every one of these are going to buy. You know, we might get 1 or 2 sales out of this. I'm currently talking to a few people. But the point is that if you showcase what you're able to do, what it's capable of organically, and it's value oriented, everybody needs this right now. This is why I'm saying that this right here, this is why I'm telling you, this is a golden opportunity. I could go to all these people, and I have people who hit me up. They're like, hey, will you teach me how to do a custom GPT? I'm like, bro, watch my video from yesterday. But this is the type of stuff you want to do on the organic side. So let's go back here. Workshops and webinars, like this is like, I don't even think you have to get that intense. I think you could create a video that's like what I will do for you and showcase like why ChatGPT, custom GPTs are so important right now. Talk about that and then show some case studies and then have an offer, pitch an offer. Really, really simple. There are plenty of people who'd be interested. Again, like everybody who is commenting, or probably half the people who are commenting on this video are people who are mid 6 figures, 7-figure earners. Like these are people who are interested in this because I'm showcasing the value of what it's doing for our company. And these are people who are following me. So again, this is good stuff. Now, if you don't have people who are following you like that on your Facebook, I'm going to show you this, the cold strategy, the cold organic strategy here in just a second. But this is intended for you if you're starting from zero. If you're starting from zero, like I don't have any money, but I have $20 for ChatGPT. This is a plan for you. All right. I mean, you could have a website. Don't know if you need it. You probably set something up on like Wix or Squarespace. That's just like, this is what I do. Here is an example of what it'd look like. Blah, blah, blah. All right. No. Dang it. How far are we in? 12 minutes. Okay, 12:30. All right. Okay. It even gives you some lead magnets. So check this out. Watch this. Can you please create this lead magnet? Boom. All right. Nope. I don't want to go there yet. Give me back up there. So it's going to do that while I'm talking to you guys about this other stuff. Nope. Not quite there yet. Not quite there yet. No. Holy moly. All right. So here's the marketing strategy, which we're going to go into a little bit deeper. And then it's also created the free guide, the lead magnet for you guys. So you could create a Facebook post that's like, hey, I created this free lead magnet. If you guys are interested in it, here are 10 tasks your business could automate with ChatGPT today. Free breakdown. All you got to do is click, you just say more details in the comments and I'll send you a DM with it. So easy. This is so simple. 2025 is like the easiest time to build a business, everybody. 5-minute GPT audit. Like that's a pretty cool lead magnet as well. All right. How to train custom GPTs, the workflow. So this is, I mean, I talk a little bit about it yesterday. Well, I talked about my custom GPT and how I trained it yesterday. So there's some tips in there. Highly recommend that you watch that one too, if you're interested in doing this, because I have some like interesting ways that I trained my custom GPT. And I think that I think it's worth it to watch that one as well. But here's, you know, quick 6-point workflow. Then it gives you some expansion opportunities, blah, blah, blah. We're not there yet. Let's talk about how to market. Here's how to market. So I said, create 5 short scripts for Reels. It kept giving me these scripts. I hate them. They were terrible. And then I get down here to this one. Yeah, this one right here. I tried replacing myself with a GPT in 7 days. I really like daily challenges. Daily challenges have an overarching story that people can follow along with, very easy to watch. Day one of turning a bus into a motorhome. Like, people love that stuff. Right now, it's very, very popular. This is probably the best strategy that you can use that is simple. Let me just show you one of mine that I did. How do I share sound? I'm just gonna have to crank this bad boy up. We're gonna crank it up, guys, so that way you can hear it, because I don't think my OBS is connected through my screen. All right, so this was a series that I did 2 years ago. Watch this.
Today, I gave ChatGPT $200 and told it to make me as much money as possible building a lead generation business. Check this out. It gave me a business plan and had me build this website. I turned it on yesterday and got 125 people to visit the site, and one person even filled out our form interested in our service. I had it write me up instructions for what to do when I get a lead. I guess I gotta call this person now. ChatGPT told me it would do all of the work if I get the sale. Do you think this person will buy from us? Leave it in the comments. I also told it that I thought that we might want to launch a $49 course, so it built one, which was awesome. But it had me build another website, which wasn't awesome. AI CEO can be a real intense boss sometimes, but it did give me all the instructions for building the site. It even gave me ideas for pictures. Some of these are super weird. We launch ads tomorrow. I don't know if they'll work. Make sure to hit that follow button to find out. Yesterday, I gave ChatGPT $200.
All right. So I did a series where I gave ChatGPT $200, said, build me a business. You're the CEO. Tell me everything to do. I prompted, I tried to like push it in certain directions at some points, but it did. Built a business. I built the website, and we had money coming in. I actually had investors who reached out. I had a number of people who invested thousands of dollars into the business. Ultimately, after about 25 days of doing this, I shut it down because it was taking so much time away from my main business. But in the process, I got over 1 million views on all of those videos. The reason why I'm saying that this is a great plan, a great marketing plan, is because I know from experience that it works. So I tried replacing myself with a GPT in 7 days, give some sample scripts here. Anybody who takes me up on this, like, I really hope, like, leave it in the comments if you're seriously considering this and you might take me up on this, because I would love to see somebody go through this entire thing and build a business. And I'd probably take this and just say, I am going to completely clone myself with ChatGPT, or day one of trying to completely clone myself with ChatGPT, and just run daily experiments with what you can do with ChatGPT. And then what's going to happen, you guys, is people are going to fall in love with the story arc to see what you're doing. And then they're going to go to the link in your bio, and they're going to find out what you do. If you send them to a landing page or you send them to a YouTube video talking about what you do, you're going to get leads coming in that way. I would write a bio. Let me just show you my bio, the way that I do it. CEO of Graffiti Media. I help coaches and consultants, boom, their business with YouTube in 90 days. DM coach to get started. And then we got my link here. So I get people who DM me coach all the time. I just get random DMs that are like, coach. And then I'll get back to them. We'll go in conversation. Sometimes we'll schedule calls. Sometimes it'll lead to money. This is how simple this is. I use Instagram as a landing page a lot of times because it's so incredibly effective. All right, so now we've got this system. You guys can read through that if you click on it. So then I asked for a questionnaire. Then I asked for a questionnaire for the discovery call. What's funny, I didn't even realize I did that. I was like, now can you create a questionnaire for the discovery call? And then I was pissed because it didn't come out with what I wanted it to. And then I was like, the questionnaire is more like a discovery call. I need you to build a questionnaire we can use to train the GPT. So I actually screwed up, not GPT. I thought it screwed up. Okay, so this is the questionnaire that you need to ask your prospects. You need to ask them all these questions so that way you can train the ChatGPT, the custom GPT, effectively. And it just breaks it all down for you. And then I've got an SOP training. No, shoot, there was a secondary thing. Oh yeah, here's my checklist. Client access checklist. So this is what you need to get from them. So skip this one right up here. This one is bad. Bad. This one down here, good. You want all of this information. Now, these are going to change depending on what the client wants the custom GPT to do for them. So sometimes you might not want it to have all of your offers in there. For me, my custom GPT just does YouTube strategy. It does YouTube strategy for my clients. So I want it as an internal tool that I have trained to be like my brain, to come up with ideas for content. Depending on what the GPT is going to do for you, you might need to prompt it differently. Or for your clients, you might need to prompt it differently. Just be flexible. Then it says you can check this out. Let me know if you want a fillable type form or Google form, onboarding email template. Like, it just does all this for you. And this is all I did in that business. This is literally all that I did. I just kept going, yeah, give me the email templates. Yeah, sure. Give me the training SOPs. Yeah, sure. Give me a Google form. And just builds it all out for you. Guys, build your own business. So easy. But this is like the best. This is one of the best markets that I'm seeing in the AI space right now. Okay, here's the custom GPT training questionnaire that you want. This one right here. Get all their information, then you just feed it right in there. Again, I have some tips for how to train the GPT on the last video, so make sure you watch that. Here is training custom GPTs for clients. Here's a SOP for how to train a GPT. Step 1, gather inputs, define GPT's core roles and boundaries. What is it? And then it's even got, I would just like use this as like a Mad Libs, just fill this out for yourself. I think that's awesome. Or for the client. Build base instructions. Yeah, there you go. All of this is here for you. Uploads, test, refine. I'm not going to go through all of this like step by step. You guys can read through it. Summary checklist. Daddy likey. All right. Here's the lead magnet. Okay, now all you got to do is, actually it might have prompted it. Does it say, yep. So then you'd say, yes, check this out. Yes, PDF, please. Okay, let's see it. Let's have it create a PDF. Doesn't really, I want it to give me a downloadable PDF. Is it going to? Let's see. Oh, okay, so let's X out of this. Somebody the other day was like, somebody in one of my comments the other day was like, you can tell he doesn't know what he's talking about. He hasn't even shifted ChatGPT into dark mode. I was like, what are you talking about, man? Like, you need to have like that is symbolic. Like, how about I make money with ChatGPT? Is that not, just because it's not in dark mode means that I'm not a pro? Anyway, here you go. It didn't put it in a PDF, but would you like matching Canva design template or landing page layout? Wow, that's pretty epic. Yeah, so you could build all this stuff. Anyway, there you go, guys. Like, this is it. Let's go back to this. Bada boom. This is a ready business for you, and it's free. Link down in the old description. I hope that I hope somebody takes me up on this. I genuinely do. This is an untapped market, or it's a slowly tapped market, tapping market. Somebody's going to make a lot of money with this. I know it. And I mean, this is a perfect side hustle. This is a perfect side hustle for somebody. So easy. Just get at it. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. I want to hear what you think about this too. I can build out crazy businesses like this all day long on ChatGPT. And because I have so much business knowledge, I can tell you what works and what'll work and what doesn't. So if you guys like this, you want me to do something else like this, happy to do it. I know this is, again, like if you're brand new here, you're like, what is this guy doing? No edits, nothing. He's just sharing ChatGPT prompts. Well, just know that it comes from a ton of experience. I built a multi-7-figure business heading to 8 figures. These are things I'm thinking about all day, every single day. How can I take my knowledge and give you guys more value with it in the business building space? So thanks for bearing with me with the no edits. All right, folks, see you on the next one. Take care. Have a great weekend. Later.